keeps on stopping for
If
you.
it was a Prius, maybe I would have been on the right side of, with where he was going. But he let a BMW.
Let's make it a Hummer, okay?
Okay, fine. I can agree with that. Fine. Prius is good for the environment. Hummer is good for
Nothing.
compensation. I don't need this hat anymore. Alright, welcome. We're doing a reaction to the reaction of the car commercial competition that was hosted by Joey Palmroos and Austen Paul. Should we get started?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to this reacting to your car commercials.
That's an artless commercial.
Sponsor us, please. So then, first off was the toy car commercial. The Dominic Toretto toy car Hot Wheel edition thing that was happening.
Oh yeah, that's a moving shot.
It is technically moving. The sound design was good on it though. The lighting was alright. I mean, it's a small car. You can see like a lot of the harsh edges. They didn't bother to soften the light quite a bit. They used Need for Speed's text.
I mean, it's Need for Speed.
The font
so
is
that
Need for
gives you
Speed
a point.
2015's text. Oh man. Alright, they thought it was impressive. I mean, the sound design was pretty good, but it was still a moving shot even though it wasn't a real car, so.
Yeah, the sound and design is pretty perfect, but I can't hear it because it's playing on headphones. So
It's playing out of these because my computer speakers aren't working. Alright, a lot of shots.
First world
pretty
problems.
shots. Yeah, so this was.
Oh damn, I like
It was pretty good. I like the
I like
countdown and everything that was going on in it.
Okay.
This was all well good. And
So
this was all great until they went ahead and they got the police officer in, and then the car started. There's like a dad, the kid.
wasn't there a kid in there?
There was a kid in there. Oh, there,
Oh.
There we are. Oh, there we are. Yes.
Yeah, I like how you only use your name.
I swear to God, I put both our names in the email and the comments, and you only use my name
Yeah.
and not his. And also, I think it should become a trend for YouTubers that when you send them your names, you should send like how to pronounce your name along with it. For
Yeah.
That
You
would be
pronounce
so-
Daniel like Daniel.
Yeah.
That's how you say it.
It's beautiful. I like the light. The
Alright, they
music
like
is
the
good with
lighting.
it. Damn. This is pretty high end.
Thank you.
Ooh, wow.
Thank you.
Hi.
That's like 4 sleepless nights basically.
Yeah.
High end crayons.
All made
with
by
car
hand.
commercials.
All all digitally hand sculpted.
Digital.
But they made this from scratch? This is
Yes,
insane.
but it's made from scratch. Like
It was made from scratch.
I actually made a DeLorean right now from scratch.
Yeah, you can see that later when he uploads it to his channel. And
Okay, so not in Houdini, but in Blender.
it was made in Blender.
So I think Austin like went to my page on Instagram. I'm not gonna plug it, but like and he saw like Houdini and Blender in there, and that's good research in my opinion. He actually went and saw it and everything. Like I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proceed with everything else. Yeah, then after that they try to act like they knew what they were talking about, which even at this point I don't really know, and I was like co-directing the thing with him. I didn't know exactly what he was doing. I'm like, you
Okay.
gotta take this route and try and make these lighting fixtures and stuff, and then he shows me like this entire wireframe with like 16 different lights to get it perfectly lit.
Yeah. So basically, it's not a model from the internet. It's like homemade, but like
DIY.
yeah, basically you have a model of the car and like that's your object. Like for example, for you it might be a real car. For us, it's like a digital car, and you put it into your scene.
Yeah.
You get some lights in, and this is where your knowledge about lighting cars comes in, which is I'm pretty good in, because I spent like 4 hours researching it, so I'm
Yes.
like pretty much a pro in it. No, but seriously, I saw every course out there that was for free.
Yes.
I'm too lazy to go to Skillshare. But light it up from all angles and like keep like you can turn on and off lights and each one shows you how each light is affecting the object, the car, and basically just bring out the edges, show the curves, and light it properly so you can see everything and doesn't look too annoying, like too dark.
Yeah, it shouldn't
And,
look it shouldn't look completely flat. You should show off the curvature of the car. There's like the quality of light you could also use. We use diffuse lights, soft lights, like hard lights. We took
Yeah.
references from larger production companies that have overhead lighting setups and everything because since everything was in CGI and 3D, it means that we had like no limitations basically on the lighting fixtures that we could create, so we could aim for the top of the line stuff.
One scene I think had like 30 lights in it, just lighting the
Is it
back
one
of
with
the car.
With the brake? Oh no, it's the back of the car.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I just wanted everything to be perfect in there. There's like two light blockers in there. So a light blocker is like something
Those
that
negatives, they're like blackboards that basically shade.
yeah, but the thing is in Blender you can enable it so that you can disable it so that you don't see it, right? So you put a light blocker right in front of you, blocking any sort of light in any way possible, and it will block the light, but you won't see that thing there. It'll be invisible to you, but it will still block the light, and that's pretty powerful.
That's pretty much it. You just have to shape the light to how you experiment with the car quite a bit, and since you had hands-on experience making the car and then lighting the car,
Yeah,
you obviously knew what looked best most of the time.
yeah,
Shall we proceed?
yeah. Oh yeah, we ran the measurements.
We ran the measurements and everything. Yep.
Where? Where are we going?
I don't know. Apparently, each other's houses to film reaction videos on reaction.
During Corona.
We have a distance. This is a compression lens. I swear. Definitely
I'm
not.
sitting 10 feet apart, okay?
Yes,
Look.
this is definitely not.
Look
a
how
crop
far he
sensor,
is.
I swear.
Oh shit, there's
The
another
Lego one was pretty good.
Yeah.
They did a really good job in making it look real. Like I had a little bit of experience with that Ferrari over there, and the last thing that I did.
Yeah.
I mean, it moves, but it's a toy car, so like you gotta kind of cut it some slack here because the kid is moving it.
Yeah.
It's on a fine line there. It's like I guess they would exempt it because the rules weren't that harsh. Like one of them made it into here, which was the Audi one, which came up a little bit later on.
See, I feel like this contest got like a little less serious because in my head I was like, no moving shots at all.
Yeah, same.
No nothing. So like there's one shot.
Yeah.
There's one shot where the lights go like there's a dolly zoom on the car, so it looks
Yes.
like you're coming near and far. It was
Yes.
like I did the dolly zoom and he had the brilliant idea of animating the lights going forward and backwards, and
Yeah.
that made it look like the car was in motion, and like that was us basically.
Like,
Like-
we were thinking like how can we make it look like it's a fast car?
We used a simulation software to
Yes,
simulate movement without movement.
exactly. It's like what makes a car look fast? Racing stripes.
Lights.
And lights going past cars at night. So then why don't we just have the lights move and the car can sit still? Genius. Oh yeah, and one other thing that actually made it like look more real was that we stuck to like lens packages that they use in real life, which is like
Yeah.
actual 18, 24, 35, 50,
Yeah.
70 millimeters. We didn't go anything in between. We kept everything like relatively real looking to, compete with what we had over here.
Yeah, so
Pretty much
24, 35, 50, 75, and 100.
Yeah.
So yeah. And like 300 on the dolly zoom.
Yeah, I'm gonna do myself a favor and just save that real quick before the battery dies.
Cut.
It's okay. We'll fill it in with something.
Something.
We'll put something there. It's because I'm recording on low battery because we didn't plan this and we have to go somewhere right after this, which is why he's here in the first place. We'll proceed with the BMW that caught fire.
Yeah, I don't want to be rude. I didn't like that.
The thing is, okay, it's not that the fire was bad, it's that the car is not reacting to the fire in the first place. Like, look at, what is that texture thing that's going on down there? It's like that comic effect shading that they had for Spider-Verse. I'm not really getting what
I'm
what's
offended
going
he used Blender for this. I'm offended, but I'm also impressed. If that's a fire simulation, then that's good.
I mean, I think
I
it's
like
a fire
that.
simulation because you got a little bit of heat warp going around near the top of the roof that you can see over there.
That's probably in After Effects, probably.
I mean, maybe it does move just a little bit.
Yeah.
Could be turbulent displacement like a map, but we will stop speaking science now.
Yeah. Basically, it's harder to do this shit like.
But this isn't really selling a car. This had nothing to do with like a car commercial. This is
Yeah.
like
This is the commercial you wanna watch when you hate a car. You know.
Yes.
You know the car that
It's like
keeps
if-
on stopping for
if
you.
it was a Prius, maybe I would have been on the right side of with where he was going. But he let a BMW.
Let's
on
make
fire.
it a Hummer, okay?
Okay, fine. I can agree with that. Fine. Prius is good for the environment. Hummer is good for
Nothing.
compensation.
I love how you skip everything. It's just like.
I mean, yeah, I gotta make the video short on low battery, as well as.
True.
I mean, this is an 18-minute video. I'm gonna have to put cuts in the middle. So if I just skip it, then I don't have to put cut.
Man.
This
This one
was-
made me very uncomfortable.
This was pretty sensual, yeah. But then the part where he did the rear view mirror thing, that made me laugh. So I didn't know how to feel by the time that it was done.
This one.
Yes.
Oh
And
my
then,
God,
then
no.
there's that, and then there's that face.
And
then-
I think that's kind of showing like.
Yeah, we don't have to. Yeah.
Okay. I just realized that.
I mean, the text,
I'm so innocent.
I'm not a big fan of the text, to be honest. It's like too blocky, I think, and the distancing could have
Mate,
been a
I
little
can
bit
see
better.
green on the green. I can see the pixels.
Yeah, the text wasn't high quality. It was probably nested a few times, I think. And then there's this, and then like right towards the end, he could have just done a fade to black, but he decided to. I don't know what that is. You're like blowing out the highlights
Who
and
is he doing it with?
turning the exposure down at the same. I don't know what kind of fade out it was. It was a little bit jarring. I didn't care for it too much, but the concept was pretty good. Like at a red light to show off a car. Like the overall concept, the lighting was good. I liked the contrast of the green and the red, the blue that was going on in the background of everything.
This one deserves to be in the top 10 Super Bowl band commercials compilation.
Oh man, that would have been hilarious. Yeah, that's exactly what they said. That they turned like the negative concept, which is the car not moving, into a positive thing that they could like sell.
Yeah.
Skip ahead a little bit more. And there was this, which was.
I don't know why this made it in.
I don't remember this one.
This is the weirdest one ever, man. Check it out.
Oh, this
Why?
is that one.
Why?
I mean, you've got Ryan Connolly's teachings here from Film Riot, the giant head thing. You've got.
Yeah, but at least you could make the neck like, I don't know what's the language for it, like warped.
I
into a
know the
smaller
reason he
piece.
didn't do that is because of the collar. So he could have bubble necked it a bit. But
And
man, you know what? I think that this is actually a location change for this shot. Look, that you've got all this dark area here, and it's like a house and everything, and then as soon as the camera like breaks the 180, it's like a completely different location. I don't think a house would be on the opposite
the
side.
color
like
grade
this.
makes it for it then.
This color, yeah, the color grade is
Because
actually
it
really
looks
good.
like the same location. No, yeah, it is different.
Yeah, it's a bunch of
It
different
is.
locations. But then the car moves.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah.
That's
This
pretty
is the part I
resourceful.
didn't like. Like I would have liked the Edgar Wright did it in one of those like Shaun of the Dead. It was like really quick focus cuts that doesn't move too much, because if you're like moving and it's quick and it's not symbolizing motion, you're trying to deliver information, a lot of it gets lost.
That just confuses my eyes.
Exactly. Well said.
Oh, I love this car, man.
Yeah.
Driving
The drone
shot.
shots were pretty good. The transition was nice.
Driving shot.
It is a driving shot. The pipe shot was pretty cool. I'm kind of surprised how the drone moved that fast. That's probably speed ramped. I don't think he had an FPV drone on him, because it would have been tilting a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably speed ramped and gone left to right. But alright, proceed.
I guess he was just driving it slow.
I love this one so much. This was my favorite one out of all of them.
Yeah.
Especially because it was done with the music. I'm a sucker for classical music when it comes to these kind of things.
Still no car. 25 seconds in. I'm loving it. It's a build up. Where is he
It's got
going?
the Crocs.
That acting
Where
is
is he
kind of
going?
childish.
It's
He's
past
a 14-year-old
midnight.
kid, you gotta cut him some slack.
Cute. You know?
Yeah, but then when you hear his voice at the end, you realize he's not exactly.
Dude, I love these shots.
See, his
Stunning.
older brother was filming, I think.
Yeah, great lighting.
I
I think that could have been the older brot's voice because it's not lip synced 100%.
No, yeah, it is the older brother's voice because I think.
Oh.
Wait, the kid is 14?
They did a great job with this. I love the lighting passes.
Yeah, it's a nice commercial.
Yeah.
Wholesome.
Oh, that's clever. That's clever.
That's... Oh my... Dude, that...
Good use of crossfade too. See, like that text is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that modern style of text. It's perfect for commercials and it fits with the brand pretty well. I think it's the older brother's voice. I
Very
gotta say,
cute.
I bet it was recorded on like a phone too.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Especially since when I was a kid, I actually went and slept in my car once. In my mom's car. I don't know why. I just wanted to.
And then this is the winning one, right? This is the Honda.
Nah, man, this is not the winning one. I don't believe it.
The voiceover is literally what sells this one, because like in terms of shots, they got some good shots. It's got like depth of field, composition, but there's not too much movement, sort of in style with the commercial. I mean, is that technically moving? It's like very slow. This shot with the speedometer, I think would have been a little bit better if there was like some shadows passing overhead, because then technically even if it's not moving, it would look and really sell that idea of motion. Here it just looks like you're revving it in the driveway, but otherwise it's...
Why would you show a CD cassette in 20?
Because he was... that is a good point. They were talking about all the like stories that you had while playing those songs on the tunes on the summer road, going out and do shit. I don't know what
I
an
had
American
to
vacation
watch
is.
this like 4 times or something just to realize who the winner was, because I just couldn't find
Yeah,
it.
because they didn't play it at the end and I wasn't paying attention to the names either.
Yeah, and then once I sat down, I was like, okay, this time I'm gonna pay full attention, gonna listen to each name, not gonna skip at all, look at all, and I was like, this is the winner? Like, okay, I don't wanna be rude here.
A bunch of the comments also actually agree with you, with the second last being the actual favorite amongst most people, but I think this might have spoken to them better because they're really trying to sell the car with the voiceover, and because like Honda isn't a very high-end thing overall, right? They are like a consumer brand, so then making a consumer-ish commercial might be more relatable to some people instead of making it look like very high-end.
See, the thing is that they're saying that the cinematography could have a little bit work on it, but the narration wins it.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the problem with that is that this is a cinematography channel,
Yeah. pretty
right?
much.
And they're putting out a challenge. Now, if this was like some narration channel, I'd be like, oh, they want a car commercial, they probably will focus on narration more. So I'd be like, because yeah, we had a plan for making a narration first as well.
Yeah, we did. We were gonna, because it's the 4 GT Carbon
But it was too
edition.
lazy to record it.
Yeah, no, we didn't have enough time. We had like 4 to 5 days. We had an exterior car that was completely modeled from scratch. The interior wasn't ready.
Yeah.
We couldn't show any human interacting with it because we didn't have enough HDRIs to put it in a real world scenario. So we couldn't show people interacting with it. We couldn't show the interior of the car. We couldn't show the engine close-up. We couldn't do the pipe shot that they did in their commercial. So then what we had to sell was the shape of the car.
But we could have done it.
What, the pipe shot?
Yeah, but it felt unoriginal because
Yeah.
you guys did it already, so...
And it's also like it's a twin back-end exhaust, not the V6 that it has on the back of
Yeah,
the Ford.
yeah.
So even if, because it's not one exhaust, it would be 2 exhausts, so it's strange.
Don't worry, I model it into
Do
one
both of
big
them.
exhaust.
It's like looking through
I'll just make it one big exhaust and you can go through it. But
Yes. It's like a fat one. It's like the Aventadors at the back ends.
see, here's where I'm lazy. The interior was done, but I was too lazy to texture it. I was just like,
I mean,
no, not gonna texture it, right? I see. Okay, I spent like 20 days making this car because this was like my second car, something like that, right?
yeah.
And I had to make it perfect because I was planning on participating in another challenge, which
that was
was
the Andrea Lebov challenge, right?
yeah. So I spent 20 days making the car, and because I wanted the satisfaction for myself as well that I made it myself.
Yeah.
And then he comes in and he's like, yo, in 6 days we gotta make it. And I'm like, oh, 6 days? God damn it. So we planned it out in 2 days or 1 day or something like that, and then we started making it, and like rendering took like a shit ton of time as well.
Yeah.
And
We had an issue.
and by the end of it, I had 5 days to make the other challenge.
Yeah.
I didn't make it, but it was kind of shit, and like I didn't have enough time to render most of it, so I just sent whatever I had to them, and I ended up not winning, obviously, or else I wouldn't be here. I would be like, pardon.
I do still feel
But-
kind of like a dick about that. But you did.
No.
You took really long making. Okay, so you had a head start on the Unreal Above one for about. It was like a month advance, right? This was like a 2-week deadline.
Yeah.
So I did tell you about it in the beginning, but then you were like, I asked you, do you want to focus on one or do you want to focus on both? And you said that you want to focus on the Unreal Above one. But then you told me all the issues you were having with like the brake calipers emitting light and the texturing of the car and shit. So I'm like, I have a really easy idea on how to do this. We make it look like an iPhone commercial, where it's like black on black and we have the lights going at it, and we just do small passes. And he's like, no background. Sure, let's do it. Let's go.
We'll make it
Except
black.
for lights.
Yeah.
And then you had to spend 4 hours learning how to light a car, but then that would also pay off with the Unreal Above thing. So you're like, let's do it.
Learn stuff, you know. But yeah, in the end, it's like it's a
there anyone-
cinematography thing, right?
Yeah. Is there anything that came after this?
No.
No, then they just pretty much announced it. Yeah, that was pretty much it.
I love the narration though. It did feel like home, but kind of salty. A narration one.
Little bit. It's alright, we'll bring our A game next
See,
time.
what makes it worse is like the default YouTuber jiggle, the camera jiggle. Like you know the one, huh?
Yeah.
That shit's applied everywhere. Like, why would you have that on a commercial? Why would you have that on a commercial?
Unless you're showing speed and like you want to make it all actiony, like
Yeah.
fit around Jason Bourne style. I mean, it has a place, and for most of them, it wasn't there.
So you're saying it wasn't good to add it?
I mean, the cinematography would need some work. Like they said, the audio was pretty good. The concept was good. The way that they tried to sell it was good.
Yeah.
Like if you were to storyboard the shots, I think that in general those shots would have looked pretty good.
In general, I liked it. For the wrong reasons. But yeah.
I think our biggest flaw was trying to sell them a car that they couldn't afford.
Okay. That's a
I mean, what is the price of a Ford GT Carbon Edition? 1 second.
It's like $500,000 something.
Dude, I can't even afford that crap. I can't
Like
even
5
afford
million.
another light.
5
For
million
God's
or
sake, look at
400,000.
this piece of shit over here.
I know the price because I've been like googling like Ford GT and looking at.
Technical difficulties because small batteries.
Okay.
Just gonna pop that in charge.
So what I was saying
Clap
was.
sync again.
Yeah, clap sync.
Yes.
So I was just spending all my time on Google Images looking for this car, and yeah, $500,000.
It is $500,000.
Yeah.
Damn nice.
I kept reading that title everywhere. Like everybody was just listing it, like trying to sell it. Why? I don't know.
$500,000.
Like, why would you sell that car? You'd be dumb too, but like, yeah.
Dude, owning this car would be insane.
Yeah, that's why you're gifting it for my birthday.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For my birthday, you're giving me a Ford GT,
Yeah.
the real one.
The dinkies.
No, but like other cars are more expensive. Look.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, sure.
there are other cars more expensive. Like,
Yeah.
there are always more expensive
No.
cameras, but does that mean that I'm going to be gifting you a red Komodo? No.
Yes.
No. I'm not doing that. Should we make this into a podcast thing?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah, how do you make a podcast nowadays?
You
can
have
just
you
talk.
have one person reading on the internet and the other person reacting to it.
We could do something like that. We could even forget that we're even recording right now. Say, like, what if we were to actually like teach people through a podcast? Say, like, we have zero experience. Who would be interested in watching like our failure stories and like general fuck ups and shit as we progress through this field? I think it'd be pretty entertaining if we write like mini stories and shit, and we say what we learned. We make it slightly educational.
You're dangerously close to making a Wattpad account, and I'm scared for you.
At least I'm not making a TikTok.
You were planning on doing that.
Yeah, but we're not gonna disclose that idea to the audience. I was gonna do it for like a small amount of time, and then I forgot about it.
Yeah, we were
Not
like,
worth it. It's not worth it.
It's too cringe.
It's
So
not worth it. Wasn't worth it because I'll tell you why. It's not that like there's anything wrong with the platform. It's that if I get recognized as a TikToker before I get recognized as a YouTuber, before I get recognized as a filmmaker, that is going to be a lot of judgment
yeah,
on my half. On my behalf.
on your behalf.
On my behalf.
Also, I'm sweating now.
Yeah, me too. We put the fan off for good audio and it was not. I don't know. Maybe it turned out okay. So we've got like a 28-minute recording right now going on.
Damn,
A half-hour podcast.
I've been here for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I
Didn't feel like
like
it.
I like the UI, man. What the hell?
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. Yeah, I'm on board with the podcast.
Alright, fine. We'll figure out a way to do that. First, we gotta go to a birthday party and feed a friend a bunch of lemons. We'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah, that's another story.
That's another story. We can say we'll do that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Alright, peace out.